every day of work around here is a big day. But today is especially big because we are finally getting our septic done. Which means for us, since we're living in an airstream, we don't have to haul this thing to get it dumped when it gets full. If you know what I mean. I don't want to go into too much detail on that. So, let's see. I look crazy, but it is cold out here. Look. Hi y'all. So our septic is finally completed. We are just waiting for the inspection that will clear it so that they can cover it, and pretty much after that it's completely done. So if you see behind me, we were initially going to go with, you know, your aerobic system, which is what's preferred out here. We have really look, it's red, lots of red. Okay, so it's very clayey, if that is a word. It has a lot of clay. So when we have systems like that, they normally tell you to do aerobic systems so that the water, instead of it staying in the ground, since clay is not very good at absorbing, the water actually comes up to the top and it sprays in form of sprinklers. So that's better. However, we don't want to deal with the maintenance every year, and we just went with a conventional. It's a bit more pricey, but because of the material that's used, and it's twice as much space, and you know, it's time consuming. But ultimately, I think that is our biggest thing. We just don't want to deal with any of the hassle having to maintain it every year. Plus, you know, you have to replace your pump at like every 5 years or so, which shouldn't be a big deal if you have an aerobic system. I mean, they're not too pricey, but we just didn't want to deal with that. Plus, we have a bunch of cattle, and what we didn't want to deal with is close off another section, since we're going to be closing off a yard, which is a big piece of our property here by our house, so that the cows don't get in it. And if we did an aerobic system, then we have to keep them off even more property. And here, since it's going to be covered up, they can safely walk on top. Of course, we're going to be taking care of it. If it's too saturated, then we don't want them on there. We don't want to risk any of the piping that's under there to be ruptured. But yeah, this is what it looks like. So let me turn it. Excuse me. We have our tank. We have our 2 leach fields, which is piping underneath, and then just gravel on top, which, if you can see, it's river rock actually. My twins from The Shining. Yeah.
What we're working on today is the remainder of the roof on this side. Since there's no actual wall to hang the rafters, I'm using just a leg for each of the kind of build like a little truss. Using this hurricane straps and whatnot. Still gonna nail it in. So this is pretty much the same angle as what you see up there, the roof, but it's gonna finish off that last piece over there. So I already got some measurements because I have a 2x2 square tube at the bottom that I need to make a notch for. I also made a notch here to put in a 2x2 stud that's going to connect all of these, and it's going to just string pretty much everything together, hold it together real nice. But this is pretty much the layout that it's going to be. Here's going to be the next one, the next truss at every 16 inches, and then you got a 2x4 connecting them and keeping them together.
So she got sent here so she could do some exercises. Where she's at, there's not a whole lot of room for them to run. And well, here we have plenty of room for them to run. And then Frida is their trainer right there, because she's tired too. Looking good.
Tell you we're back at it. Right now we're finishing up the roof. As you can tell, already got a few of the supports that I'm going to be using for the last rafter that's going to be hanging, tied up, and so we're working on this roof right now, and then potentially later we're going to be doing the other roof over there. So we're getting pretty close to finishing up the roof on this end, and once we get those done, we can start putting slip sheeting, or probably actually start doing the framing for the corridors. So just getting closer and closer. So
We are so fortunate to have family and friends always helping us. Even on weeks when it seems we didn't do a whole lot, we know that without them our journey would be a lot slower. Thank you all, and stay tuned to our next video.